कृष्णसमारम्भां विज्ञानानन्दमध्यमाम् आत्मस्थानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् काळिन्दिपुल्लकमले माधवेन क्रीडारत ब्रह्मानन्दनमस्तुभ्यं सद्गुरो लोकनायक वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। कृष्णप्राणप्रियतमां कृष्णप्रेमस्वरूपिणीं कृष्णाभिन्नरसां देवीं राधिकां प्रणमाम्यहम्। यशस्मरणमात्रेण कृष्णभक्तिर्प्रजायते तमेव करुणासिन्धुं चैतन्यं शरणं भजे। सुप्रभातं, सुस्वागतम्। Just now we heard the rendering of the Panchanga, the daily calendar, which are the 5 major components: the Karana, Yoga, Nakshatra, Siddhi, and all those. And each one of the Anga in the Panchanga has its own Palam, as we saw: Yoga, Roga Nivaranam, Karana, Karya, Siddhi, etc. And there is one Panchangam which Sri Purandaradasa reads in one of his compositions. Though we say in the Panchangam, this day is good, that day is good, but Purandaradasa says in his composition that Indina Dinave Shubhadinam, Indina Vara Shubhavara, Indina Karana Shubhakarana, Indina Yoga Shubhayoga, Indina Siddhi Shubhasiddhi, Indina Tare Shubhatare. He says today's day is auspicious, is the most auspicious. Today's nakshatra is the most auspicious. Today's siddhi, yoga, etc. are the most auspicious. There is not particular thing that is very auspicious. Every day, each and every day is auspicious because each and every day has been created by God. And the Upanishad says the Brahman is here and now. Atra Brahma Samashrute. When God is at this present moment, when He is very available in His presence right now, so this moment itself is auspicious. Then why do we say that this particular day is auspicious, or this particular nakshatra or muhurta is auspicious? So that's why Purandaradasa says this moment is auspicious. Why? Because we are in the presence of the divinity. Every moment in which we are feeling the presence of the divinity, in which we are feeling our own real nature to be divine, then that is auspicious. And that kshana, that muhurta, that time when we don't feel the presence of divinity here, when we don't feel that we are one with the divinity, it is unauspicious. So the day or a star becoming auspicious or unauspicious, it's all how we tune ourselves to the divinity. Therefore every day can be auspicious. But still we observe certain days to be very auspicious because it has its own significance. Though the electricity is available everywhere, we can take only the power only from certain power points. Because it is there, we have the proper channel to take them. In a similar way, we have certain days which are sanctified by great people, great Mahatmas, which have its own significance. The day can be either the day of advent of a great soul. We have the Krishna Janmashtami, the Ram Navami. Navami and Ashtami especially were considered to be the most inauspicious earlier. But Bhagavan himself took his avatara. Krishna took his avatara on the Ashtami, Rama took his avatara on the Navami. Therefore we celebrate them. Therefore those 2 days became auspicious. Likewise, the different days of the calendar, we have connection with one or the other divine soul, one or the other divine event. So in that way, if you see, the day of full moon day, Purnima, always has been an auspicious day. Every month, if you see, there is one or other festival on a Purnima. It is either Rakhi Purnima, Raksha Bandhana, or Holi Purnima, or it is the Purnima in which we offer the Satyanarayana Vrata. So one or the other festival is always there in connection with the Purnima. And this month is called the month of Phalguna, Phalguna Masa. In this month, the Phalguna Purnima, which is appearing just in 3 more days, is considered to be a very auspicious day for more than 3 reasons. The first reason is that day happens to be the day in which Lord Shiva conquered the Kubit Manmata. Therefore, we observe the Kama Dahana on that day. It is the day in which the great Yogeshwara, Lord Shiva, through his Yoga Phala, through his Yoga Tapas, Yogagni, he burned Kama into ashes. So it is a day in which we all can take a resolve to conquer the worldly desires, which are hurdles for any yogi, a yogic aspirant. Just now we saw in the Raja Yoga Shloka Sangraha, Arjuna saying himself to Krishna, Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramadi balavatrida tasya nigraham manye vayoriva sudishkrita. I can even stop the hard-blowing wind, Krishna, but it is so difficult for me to conquer my mind, to control my mind, to gain the mastery over my mind. And how can I do that? So even Arjuna is not an ordinary person. He has his own yogi credentials. He is such a great master over various arts and sciences. He has learned all the different vidyas, the Astra Vidya, Shastra Vidya, and everything he has learned. And such a person. And when he is telling this shloka, already he has heard divine wisdom to some extent from Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. And even after that, Arjuna says that Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramadi balavatrita. If that is the case of Arjuna, think about we human beings, ordinary beings. Every moment we are diverted towards various worldly desires which can lead us to a different path from the path of the yogic aspiration. And therefore it is so important that we all have to conquer, we all have to attain a mastery over ourselves, we have to attain a mastery over the worldly desires, and then progress in the path of yoga. And as Krishna rightly says here, Abhyasa and Vairagya are the 2 important aspects through which you can conquer this Chanchalata. And Lord Shiva himself is an embodiment of all this. If you see, always Shiva is in his Abhyasa, he is sitting in yogic posture, contemplating upon his own self. He is a great Raja Yogi. And because of that Raja Yoga, what he practices, that meditation, what he practices, that's intensive sadhana, which he practices, he does Swarupa Anusandhana. Because of that, Shiva was able to conquer this Manmata, who is a representation of the entire mundane desires. And this event, of course there is a mythological story behind that, maybe we will come back to it later. But this is one significance, the Kama Dahana, Shiva conquering Manmata on the night of the Phalguna Purnima. Therefore it is observed as Kama Dahana. Mainly the whole of South, in all the 4 states, this is observed. Kama Dahana is observed by making huge bonfires, and all old things, what we don't want in the houses, they are thrown into the fire. And then puja is offered to Lord Shiva in the temples. That is how the Kama Dahana is celebrated. When this is the celebration on this Phalguna Purnima in the south, when we go towards the north, again there are more than 1 or 2 significance there. The main thing we all understand as Holi Purnima. Holi is such a great occasion, a colorful, a joyful occasion, and everybody, we forget our own colors. You may be black, you may be white, you may be pink, you may be beautiful, you may be ugly. We forget everything about our personal identity, and we all get only one color. And that through the usage of different colors. We use different colors, and ultimately you see you all will become black. And that is the significance of Holi, which says that before the divinity, we all don't have our individual colors, we all are one and the same. And that occasion was initiated by Lord Shri Krishna himself when he had his incarnation in the earth. And we will come back to it later, the further description of Holi Purnima and the significances. That is the second important thing of the day. And why it is called as Holi also will have a connection with Prahlada. We'll come back to it again. The third significance. The first thing I told, it is Kamadahana. Second thing, Holi, the occasion of colors. And the third thing, it is connected with Prahlada's incarnation. A story connected with Prahlada, the divine child whom we all know. And there is a fourth significance about which I am going to start now. That is the day of the advent, the incarnation of a great Mahatma, a great soul and incarnation known as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who all know Krishna will definitely be knowing Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And we have all heard the great Maha Mantra which he gave to the world, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And that is his great contribution. We will see what is the significance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the Bhagavata Mahatmyam, before the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is something called the Bhagavata Mahatmyam from the other Purana, Padma Purana, which gives the significance of Bhagavatam. In that, when the Bhagavata Mahatmyam starts, Lord Narada comes to Vrindavana, where he sees a young lady standing there, and she seems to be sort of very tired, very restless, and she has two children nearby her, but these two children are looking very old, almost like this Amitabh Bachchan in one of the film. He is a child but he looks old. What is it? A similar condition was for the two children by the side of this young lady. So Narada asked her, what is this? You look very young, and these are children, but still they look very old. They are in a very kshinata, they are very tired, they are not active, brisk. May I know your introduction, who are you and who are these? Then this lady says that my name is Bhakti. I am none other than Bhakti, devotion. And my children are these, Jnana and Vairagya. Because of Bhakti only you get Jnana and Vairagya, therefore Bhakti is the mother and Jnana and Vairagya are the children. But now that my children doesn't get any nourishment from me, they don't get the milk which they require for their growth from me, they have got very tired. Though they have grown old, they are there for years together, Jnana and Vairagya for years together, but they don't have the proper nourishment to keep their vitality, to keep their youthfulness, and therefore they look like old people. And how can it happen? How can they get back their youthfulness? How can they get back their energy? Then Bhakti says that I am awaiting some rejuvenation for my own self, through which my children also grows. When Bhakti grows, then Jnana and Vairagya also grows. So I am awaiting a rejuvenation which is going to happen. This state for me has happened because of this current age, which is Kali Yuga. We all know that the whole of the lifespan has been divided into 4 yugas, Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara and Kali Yuga. And each yuga has its own proportion of dharma and adharma. The Krita Yuga was known as Satya Yuga because in that yuga, each and every soul was dharmic, righteous, satyavan. And therefore, if you see the incarnation which God takes, incarnation is a descent of the divinity when God comes down to the earth to accomplish a divine duty. Why is it needed? When there is a need to protect the righteous people. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrita. To destroy, to correct, to vanquish the evil, and then to establish the righteous. The Lord has to come, therefore it is incarnation. And if you see the incarnation, there are numbers of incarnation. Mainly we take the 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. And in that if you see, the Krita Yuga, the incarnations are momentary. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, the 4 avatars in the Krita Yuga, they were all just momentary avatars. The Lord has to just appear, do something, disappear. Appear, kill Asura, protect the Bhakta, and then give the Vara, and then disappear. Just a momentary avatar. He did not stay here for a long time. Why? Because the proportion of Dharma was more. Adharma was very rare. So if you say the percentage, we can say 25% of Adharma and 75% of Dharma. The next Yuga, Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, if you see, the adharmic ratio has increased. Therefore, the Lord has to live for a longer time. in the form of Parshurama, Sri Rama. And then his incarnation activity starts from his youth. Rama started only from going to Siddhashrama to protect the yajna of Vishwamitra. So only at the age of 14, Rama starts his incarnation activities. But if you see the Dwapara Yuga, in which the adharma's ratio has increased more, Rama had only one enemy, Ravana. For Krishna, you see, right from a child, he has to destroy a lot of enemies. Bhutana, Trinavarta, Kamsa, and up to Narakasura and all these asuras. Krishna had hundreds and hundreds of asuras to destroy, and then hundreds and hundreds of devotees to protect. Therefore, even before his birth, Krishna started his Leelas. Otherly also I told you about that. And these were the previous incarnations in the previous yugas. And this yuga, the Kali Yuga, is called the age of darkness because the proportion of adharma has increased. We have all gone against what is dharma. Dharma is the cosmic order, the cosmic law which Paramatma has given, Ishvara has given to take care of this universe, of the entire creation. It is dharma which is holding us. Dharayate iti dharma. Dharma is that which holds the whole universe, the whole creation. When there is a disturbance for dharma, then we see that adharma is there more, and then Bhagavan has to come to protect. And dharma is one's own nature. When people goes against one's own nature, the internal nature, and when we go against the external nature, Prakriti, the external nature, the world, what we see, that is adharma. And that is what we are seeing now. When we are going against the nature, Prakriti, we are exploiting the nature, the Prakriti, the internal, our own internal nature, and then the external nature. As well, we are all spoiling. And that is why nature gets disturbed. There is an imbalance, ecological imbalance in the form of tsunami, earthquake, nuclear burst and what not. They are all happening because of the disturbance which is caused to the nature. It is said, Dharmo Rakshiti Rakshita. If we protect Dharma, then Dharma is going to protect us. The same as with Prakriti also. Nature as well. If we protect nature, nature is going to protect us. That is what nature has been doing. Hundreds and hundreds of years we have been protecting the nature. We have been living an eco-friendly life, ecological balanced life. And therefore nature was protecting us. But now we have started exploiting the nature. We have started going against the nature. We don't care for the mother nature, and therefore she doesn't care for us. Why should she care for us? Therefore she has started showing her own face, what we are seeing recently. Even after seeing one tsunami, after seeing one earthquake, we didn't learn lessons. We are still going against nature. Though thousands and thousands of people are creating awareness throughout the country, we are not bothering about that. And therefore nature has to show her own face, what consequence we are seeing. So this is Kali Yuga, in which the ecological imbalance is there more, adharmic proportion has increased more, and because of that, dharma has got a kshinata, and therefore Bhakti says that I am tired and my children have gone without the proper nourishment. And if I have to get this nourishment back, if Bhakti has to grow back, then the same way Bhagavan has to take an incarnation. And in this age, how Bhagavan takes an incarnation? The Bhagavata says that Bhagavan doesn't come in the form of the earlier incarnations with 4 arms, or 10 arms, or 100 arms, and thousands of heads. Doesn't require. He says because it is even difficult for Bhagavan to fight against the asuras of Kali Yuga. In those days, asuras were in one form, one Ravana, one Kumbhakarna, one Karna, one Narakasura. Whereas in Kali Yuga, these asuras, they have gone into each and every one of us. It says in the Purana, the asuras asked Bhagavan, Brahmadeva, where shall I go? Where will be our position? Then he says, wherever there is, the Kali Purusha asks in the beginning of the Kali Yuga, he comes and asks to Maharaj Parikshit, where can I go? Wherever there is life, that is one place for you to live. Wherever there is immoral practices like drinking, smoking, etc., you have a place. And wherever there is the ill-treatment of women, there you have a place. And therefore, Kali is there more in women only nowadays. They are not in as this Parikshit told, wherever ill-treatment of women. So therefore, don't think that they are in men. Men are really adoring, worshipping, respecting women. Women are themselves spoiling their fame, their morality, by the way of their dressing, by the way of their conduct, by the way of their behaviors. Women are themselves spoiling their holiness which has been given in this country. Yatra naryastha pujyante ramante tatra devaha, says the Shastra. Women are worshipped, women have to be worshipped because He is there in them. We say, Ya Devi Sarvabhudesha Matrurupena Samstita, Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. In women we see the divinity, the goddess, but they don't feel that the goddess is there in them, and therefore they themselves spoil their morality, character, and everything. They are the enemy for themselves. And therefore, in the form of all the women, the Asuris have come today. Surpanaga, Mandodari, Putana, they are all there present in each and every woman. Similarly, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Kamsa, Narakasura, they are in each and every man. Not that we are all Asuras, we also have the Devi Sampat, godly, divine qualities. Also, as Krishna says rightly, we also have good qualities. And there is a tug of war happening always, rightly, as Guruji says. There is a Devasura Yuddha. The Mahabharata is not just a battle which happened somewhere in Kurukshetra. In each and every soul it is happening every moment. Every Kshana it happens. And therefore, the Asuras are more, Asuri Sampats are more. So to destroy that, the divinity has to take a different plan of incarnation. So the Purana says, Bhagavatam says, here Bhakti says that I am awaiting the incarnation of God in the form of great Mahatmas, great souls, great Avatara Purushas who has the Vibhuti of Bhagavan, and then they take incarnation in different parts of the country. It says, the Bhagavatam says, that divine souls are going to get birth in different parts of this country. And it tells the names of the place also. Kratamala, Vayasvini, Kaveri, all these rivers it says. In the bank of all these holy rivers I am going to be born. And that is how we see that in this Kali Yuga, hundreds and hundreds of Mahatmas have taken birth in this holy land. We see from the deepmost south, we see the Alvars and Nayanmars, the Shaivate and Vaishnavate saints from Tamil Nadu. In Kerala, we see many different souls like Narayana Pattatri, Pundanam, and all others. In Karnataka, the Dasa Parampara, Purandar Dasa, Kanakadasa, Vadiraja, Vyasaraya, and all those people, Madhvacharya's Parampara. And then in Andhra Pradesh, we see Annamacharya and other people. And then we see in Maharashtra, Nivarti, Jnanate, Sopana, Muktaba, Ekanatha, Namadev, Dukharam, all the sons in the Maharashtra. And if you see in Gujarat, Narsi Mehta and other people, we see Vallabhacharya, in Rajasthan, Mirabhai, and in this Uttar Pradesh, in Braj and Awadh, we see thousands and thousands of devotees. And in West Bengal, where we are going to see now the greatest incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his descendants, his disciples, the 6 Goswamis, and until recent times, all great incarnations have taken birth in this holy land of West Bengal, which was once known as the Gauda Desha or the Vanga Desha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, Swami Vivekananda, Maharishi Aurobindo, Paramhamsa Yogananda, and hundreds of great Mahatmas. You see the spiritual movement, great Mahatmas have taken birth in West Bengal. If you see the freedom movement, great Mahatmas have taken birth in West Bengal. And many great contributors have contributed in different ways from that holy land of West Bengal. That's why I see even people who are from different places, businessmen from different places, even they go to West Bengal and get settled there because that's a holy land, a karma bhumi, a punya kshetra. So people who are all settled in West Bengal, they are all very great people, very greatly blessed because it's a holy land. And in that holy land, there was a kshetra, Navadvipa. In Navadvipa, in the Nadia district of today's West Bengal, 525 years back, on this Phalguna Purnima, a great incarnation happened in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya was born as the second son for Sri Jagannatha Mishra and Sachi Devi. When he was born, that day happened to be the Phalguna Purnima, and it happened to be a lunar eclipse as well. And therefore all people were observing the pratas and punyas and all those. And in that fine evening, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his incarnation. And we will see in further discourses what was the great contribution of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why is he so great? He is called Mahaprabhu. He is called great incarnation. The sloka says Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne. He is none other than Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself who came in the form of Chaitanya. Such a great reverence has been given to him. If you see the many temples of Vaishnavas, you can see the Chaitanya is worshipped equivalent to Lord Shri Krishna because he is considered to be Krishna's incarnation himself. Why is this significance is given to him? Because he gave the Yuga Dharma. What is relevant for this current age? I told you that because it has the dharma has increased a lot, and then we don't have the preparations to do the different sadhanas which are prescribed in the earlier yugas. The Upanishad talk about tapas. We can't sit for 5-10 minutes, as our Pragyanandi says, to sit and do tapas. Asana is very important. We are not able to sit for 10 minutes restless. 10 minutes calmly, we become restless. We have to change the position. And therefore, in that case, how can we sit and contemplate? How can we do nididhyasana? How can we do tapas? It is very difficult. Rarely 1 in 1,000 people maybe can success in tapas. Can we do that jnana? Can we understand our own self by doing the Shravana Manana Nididhyasana? We see that it is also becoming practically impossible because we have to have a lot of criteria which we have to fulfill. We will not even progress from the state of Shravana, then how about talking about Nididhyasana and then Jnana? Okay, fine, let us do the Raja Yoga and we will progress in Raja Yoga where we attain Samadhi. Okay, we see that, okay, we did all the yamas, all the niyamas and asana we attained. Pranayama also we did dharana, dhyana, samadhi, pratyaha, etc. we did. And then when we come to Samadhi, we think, okay, Samadhi we have achieved, therefore it is the end. But our Guruji again and again says, Samadhi is not the end, it is the beginning. Then again we have to start from there, from one Samadhi to other Samadhi and then to go to the ultimate Kaivalya. That is a big long-ending process, not-ending process. Aneka janma samsiddhaha tato yanti paragadim Krishna says. We just know we chant the shloka. It is not just in one moment of something, it takes aneka janma. It is a big journey. We all think, okay, if we attain some asanas, we are able to do some power yoga, this yoga, that yoga, therefore we attained all the power, the blissful state, and therefore Samadhi is achieved. No, sir. Even after attaining the highest state of Samadhi, people say that we are not yet attained, we are just begun. And then think, how can we do this by doing Raja Yoga? And if it's Karma Yoga, so you see, just by doing our routine action, but offer the fruit to the divinity and working in relaxation without expecting the phala, everything we understand, the theory. But when it comes to practice, are we able to really put the practice of Karma Yoga into our day-to-day life? If we think for ourselves, we understand where we stand, where we fail. And that is why the great Mahatmas like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa and all have given us such an easy way of the Bhagavan Nama Sankirtana, the Bhakti Marga. Even Shankaracharya himself says, Moksha Sadhana Samakriyam Bhakti Reva Gariyasi. Among all those means to give us the moksha, Bhakti is the supreme. And that Bhakti Marga is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated. And in that Bhakti, the important tool is nothing but the Bhagavan Nama Sankirtana, to chant the holy name of Bhagavan again and again. The Nama and the Nami are not different from each other. Bhagavan Nama is equivalent to Bhagavan himself, and that is why Bhagavan says, when Narada asked him, where do you live? Where can you see your presence, O Lord? Then the Lord says to Narada, Naham vasami Vaikunte. Narada goes to the Vaikunta Loka to see Bhagavan is present in Vaikunta. He says, I am not there in Vaikunta. I am there as well. When we say Bhagavan is present everywhere, Sarvatra, then in Vaikunta also he is there. But his presence cannot be felt more there. Na yogi hridaye rutau. And these yogis sit and then do this meditation. Don't think that I am present there. Even for them, I am little difficult to attain. They sit and meditate for hours together, and then sometimes I get, sometimes I may not be available to them. Therefore, my presence cannot be felt that much even in the presence of the yogis who are meditating upon me. Naham vasami vaikunte na yogi hridaye rutau. But where are you present? Oh Lord, tell me. Narada asked him. If you are not in Vaikunta, that means you are not in all the temples wherever we go. You are not in the yogis' hearts, whom we think are to be great yogis. Then where are you? He says you go to Prashanti Kundiram between 6 to 6:30 in the evening, and there all our bhaktas are sitting and singing my bhajans. And tatra tishtami narada, mad bhaktaha yatra gayanti tatra tishtami narada. Where my devotees are sitting and singing my glory, singing my name, they can feel the presence. People who sleep in the morning, Maitreya, and also are awakened in my bhajan session. They sing with joy, they rejoice. Why? Because Bhagavan's presence can be felt very much there. It is a personal practical experience. And therefore, that is the greatness of bhakti. It is so simple, so easy, and it can easily take us to the divine presence. Bhagavan himself says, I don't say, it is just Bhagavan's Vakya I am putting here. How Bhagavad Gita is Satyam, this Purana Vakya is also Satyam. Therefore he says, Mad Bhaktaha etra gayanti tatra tishtami narada. That is the greatness of Bhagavan Nama, and this Bhagavan Nama is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated in the form of the great Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We will chant this Mahamantra, sit erect, let our eyes be closed. We will visualize the beautiful form of Lord Shri Krishna, the Yogeshwara, the Lord of Yoga, and we will recite the holy mantra. Follow me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the great holy Mahamantra. It is called the Kali Santarana Mahamantra. It can remove the Kali, the darkness, from our own mind and make us realize that we are not sinners, we are part and parcel of divinity. It makes us remind that we are the manifestations of the divinity. That holy Mahamantra we chant in gratitude to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who gave us this Mahamantra. We offer salutations to that great incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. And we pray to them to lead us from darkness to light, from mortality to immortality, from tamas to sattva, and then bless us all with that universal welfare and well-being.